Trying to get us on here. There it is. Finally, a little slow on the upload, but hope you enjoyed that video of the eagle. Our eagles have I don't know where they migrated, maybe out to the East Coast for the summer, get a little bit cooler, and then they'll be back here in a little while. That pair, that's the female, and she was up there just sort of watching me as the male was flying overhead. Really a cool time. Well, welcome to Monks Live. We've got Tony back. We have Max back. It is so good to have Max. And hey, guys, good to have y'all.
Hey, Dan.
Hey,
good to see you again.
Looked like she was just posing for the camera there, Dan.
I think so. And then she was, you know, you see her beak open up. I think she was sort of fussing at me, or maybe she was smiling. If you catch me looking over here to the side, that's because where my screen is. I'm rearranging the studio here, and so I've got another monitor that should be here tomorrow. Then I'll have two monitors that'll be in here.
So you're going to get whiplash.
I'm going to get whiplash. Yeah. Going back and forth. The other monitor is.
That Dan is so high tech anymore. Jeez.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. It's going to be for editing videos and photos. It's a ProArt monitor. It's supposed to be true colors, so when I do something on it, it won't look weird on whatever everybody else is watching it.
Yeah.
I noticed on my when I was where was it? Oh, when I was in the dunes, I looked like I was sunburned, and I had a couple of folks ask if I was okay, and one asked me if I was had I swollen up. I said, "You just telling me I'm fat. That's what you're telling me. That's okay." Oh me. Well, hey, John's here. Hi, John. Senior Hiker 77. It is good to have him here. And then Bika. Oh, she can't. She's on the deer stand.
Of course she is.
Of course she is. That is neat. Pinhoti Fest. You got.
Oh, that sounds fun, but that's a long ways for me.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to Alabama. I'm from Alabama originally, so that would be nice. But no, I'm not going. Yeah. Donnie Camper. Yep. It's good to have you. It's good to have you here. But your screen name still says Senior Hiker there, John. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all. I'm trying to come up with 5 things to think about when you're doing a video or you're doing a photo that has nothing to do with your camera.
Ooh. Background. Well, of course, that has to do with the camera, doesn't it?
Well, borders and background are afterwards, so.
But if you're thinking about the scenery behind you, like the mountains or or if you're taking pictures of birds, you got to think about the background there.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, Brian's on the house. Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. I mean,
stumbled through the back door, wasn't locked. Come on in, Chuck.
When I'm using that darn camera, I'm thinking about the camera most of the time and where it's aimed and stuff like that.
Well, I was thinking about, like, if I go out to take pictures of birds, I'm going to try to get upwind from them, because birds, like airplanes, they typically will fly into the wind, especially as they land or they take off.
Yeah, so and you don't want the sun in your face either.
That's right. Yeah. And wildlife on the ground, you want to be downwind from them because you don't want them to smell you.
Right.
So
I don't know, that that works two ways. Sometimes when you're out there, if you just sit, and the longer you sit, the closer they'll get.
Yeah.
Almost every time. At least with me and the birds around here in the trees, if I just sit out here in my chair for a while, they start coming back around.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. You start to blend in. They start getting comfortable with you being there. It's not something.
Even some of my camps out in the deep woods are like that too. If you just sit and you're quiet and not moving a whole lot, and I've had critters run up to me.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck are they thinking? You know.
That usually happens when I fall asleep against a tree somewhere.
Yeah.
That'll do it for sure.
That happens with me, but it's buzzards, and I think they're looking for a quick kill.
Yeah, I've had buzzards follow me around, and that's disconcerting.
It is, yeah. We don't have, well, we have a turkey buzzard out here, but they're not very common. But yeah, anytime you see them, you know there's something over there to eat.
We have a ton of them here. Yeah, they're everywhere. And if I go down to the end of lakes or Elk City Lake, there's a big dam there, and they own that place. There'll be 50 buzzards, all over the place. Squirrels are attracted to you.
You sound like a good place to play dead.
Yeah, no.
I know I was driving into town this morning, and there was a field they just cut the hay off of and baled it and had it out of there. There's probably 1,000 geese in that field.
No kidding.
No.
I was like, okay, there's nowhere to pull over and stop. Got people behind me, so I can't even slow down to take a picture of this. Usually they congregate around water and everything, but boy, that field was just full.
They were.
They land in the fields around here all the time on their way south. So bunches of them.
Mika can't hear us. She forgot her earbuds.
I can't hear anything without my earbuds.
Oh, I this thing. Oh, I know what I did. If I hit the wrong buttons, it'll throw up short keys, and it really messes me up.
Oh, I got that disabled.
That's smart. I need to do that. That's another area that I need to find. Yeah.
Well, you should be hunting squirrel, Bika.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish Bika was here. Maybe she would have some ideas on what to think about other than a camera. Of course, she'd have a gun.
Well, I think.
Did you freeze up, Tony? I think he did.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep,
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I started.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to think about. Looking through when you're in the bushes. What do you have to look through to see the bird? Is it going to ruin my focus?
There you go.
Because I know a lot of shots. I just take stills of the birds all the time. Like I said, I'm always taking pictures, and a lot of times I'll get them back and get them on the computer where I can actually see them, because I cannot see anything on that little tiny screen on my camera. And I'll go through and just delete that one. And same with my moon shots and stuff like that. Oh, that one's blurry. Delete it, because I don't even want those bad shots on the computer.
Yep.
Sometimes I get bokeh when I don't want it.
I get both, in the whole thing. The whole picture's
Yeah.
bokeh.
I've had that. And it's like 2 or 3 pictures in a row, and it's very, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah, Beacon and I are talking about fried squirrel.
Never had it.
Really? Oh,
I've
man.
eaten a lot of things out in the bushes, but no squirrels, no mice.
Oh, not mice. I can't do mice. Squirrels.
I
Squirrel and
can't say
duckling.
I ever had squirrel either.
Oh man.
Rabbit, bear, deer, elk, antelope.
We used to get them. We'd hunt them, and Dad, he taught us how to clean them, and he always would make a game out of it. So you'd hold up the back, and he would cut a little slice, and he'd cut the skin around the middle, and then he would take the shirt off the squirrel, take the pants off the squirrel. It was all fun. Yes, dove is good too.
I remember helping a guy do a class on skinning rabbit.
Okay.
And he's like, well, you know how to skin one.
Well,
Yep, he's froze again.
yeah,
He'll be back.
he will. He will. We got
Again,
girl
Yeah.
he's like, well, how long do you think it'll take you to skin a rabbit? And I'm like, oh, about 30 seconds. And he's like, are you kidding me? And that's about how long it takes to skin a rabbit,
Yeah.
You cut it around the leg,
Get it
back
past the line.
ring, and boom through the middle, boom, done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yep, pretty much
It's
past the hind legs. You just pull it down like a sleeve.
I've had rabbit not work out so well. Some of the northern Canadian rabbits, the big ones, will have a thicker connection in the wintertime for sure. Where you'd think they'd have more fat and it'd be easier to pull off. It's not quite as easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've torn
Yeah,
one in half trying to get the skin off.
Yeah. And you would think it would be more fat for fattening up for the winter.
Yeah. And you think it would, porcupine I have not eaten. I've played with lots of them over the years, but I've never eaten one.
I have not
Nope.
ever heard of it.
No porcupine.
That is cool. When I was stationed at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin, we were out, back in the fields in the training areas, and there was a whole family of porcupine that ran across the trail in front of us and ran up the tree, and Mama had all the babies up there, and I never thought about. I was always afraid I was going to get stuck with them. Dove and dumplings. Sandy's talking about dove and dumplings. That sounds good. I like squirrel and dumplings. Of course,
I
chicken
like
and
most
dumplings.
birds.
Yeah, that sounds like that's a good way to do it.
I like most birds, but I don't like goose that much at all.
Yeah, Chuck's talking about how squirrel seems a little bit stringy. But the legs, that's what I liked best was the legs. I don't really like the main body. It does get a little stringy. The legs are like a little.
Or if it's kind of tough like bear, man, or something, because I've never eaten squirrel. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not. It is a lot like chicken, to be real honest. And I just thought about making buffalo wings with squirrel. I've never thought about that.
That would probably be a good way to do it if you're just using the legs for sure.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I may have to try it again. I haven't been squirrel hunting. I haven't hunted in years.
Yeah.
But yeah, buffalo squirrel. I have to think about that. Oh me, backwoods misfit.
Thanks, Steve.
Back in town. And then Joe. Yeah, Joe's a good friend. To be honest, Joe, my back's still out. It's not doing good. My left shoulder, I don't know what I did, but oh man, it's not.
You climbed up through a bunch of rocks.
Well, true. it didn't flare up until I got home. Yeah, I don't think I'm made to sleep in a bed anymore. I think
That could be. I
Uh,
haven't slept in bed in a while, and I'm not looking forward to when we start traveling to sleeping in the bed every night. That's
Yeah.
not going to be fun. I love the hammock.
Mhm.
yeah, I've sold all my hammocks now, Tony. I don't even have one anymore.
Oh, really?
Why's that?
Yeah. I just have a hard time staying warm in the damn things. I don't know why that is, but I just can't.
You need to put some meat on your bones. Get some insulation, you know?
Well, well, since my heart episode, I've been losing weight, not gaining any.
Right.
Yeah. Squirrel buffalo. Really? That sounds good. Van Girl's got son making squirrel buffalo wings next week. I had
If I
never
was going to
thought
have
about that.
squirrel for the first time, that sounds like a good way to do it because I like spicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm gonna all this talk about squirrel. I'm gonna have to try it now.
I like it. I like it. I do. My sister-in-law, she's from Riverside, California, and then when my brother and her got married, right after they got married, he went to Thailand with the Air Force, and Brenda lived with us boys for the year that Roger was deployed. And of course, she'd never been to the sticks before, and bless her heart, she came to live with us, and I feel so bad today of all the tricks that we pulled on her while she was there. But
Yeah,
we got her. She would eat the same stuff we would. She was good.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's
My
fine.
wife is not that easy on the food.
So I finally got done with the family visits. So,
so Tony, you got to introduce us to some of these folks. I don't know nothing but
Cheryl,
Cheryl.
Backwoods Misfit is Steve, NBL. Who else we got in here from my channel? That's about it. Most are just popping in to say hi and support, but
okay,
welcome that, of course.
Yeah.
And if you don't, these other two guys, check out their channels.
Well, it's good to have everybody join us. That's always good to have you here. Let's see. I did get. I spent way too much money this past week, but I did get my my hunting blind one as well. So I've got this blind. I won't use it for hunting. I'll use it for photos. But it's a portable pop out, and you can see through the walls. You can't see in, but you can see out. And and then the windows are long, so I guess so you'd have a good field of fire, but they're their own little slides, so there's just no noise. You can slide them down and you don't even hear it. And then stick the camera. I'll use it for the camera. And so
I can see that being good for photography.
Yeah. And there's a place near here that I think I've told you about, that they take folks out hunting. And I talked to the owner there, and he said, come out, he'll take me with me to show me the place. And I can just stay out there.
And Bika, bear's good eats, especially if you mix it with a little fatty pork. Make some sausages.
I've had it with stew.
It's not a bad way to do it either.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
We always
smoke stew and
meat, so
yeah.
And I've had it peppered up real good too, and that's not bad. It's a little chewy, but it's good.
You guys have got me hungry.
That's all right. 40.
Yeah. I gotta look up some of these folks and subscribe to their channels here. Let me see what we got. Go ahead and talk. I'm writing down some of these.
Don't stutter while you're writing.
No, because that could really get me in trouble.
I don't know. I prefer elk as the game meat. Elk or pheasant. I really like birds. So.
Oh, yeah, I love pheasant. Pheasant's good.
Yep. Well, Cheryl's in Alberta, so it's neat to see how many folks are join us. Is that through you, Tony, from being so close to Canada that you?
Oh, I'm not that close to Alberta, but yeah, it's not far away. It's closer than you are.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Of course, Max is closer to me than you are too. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm out here, and there's not everybody's closer to everybody else than from where down there. But it's pretty. It is pretty. We're finally getting some rain too, and that's helpful.
I should get some Wednesday. I think a couple hours of it.
And then you're going to be on the road in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, come 8th.
The 8th?
October 8th, yeah. If
Okay.
all goes to plan at this point.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm
Gonna be
heading
stopping
out.
at Zion again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wife loves that place. It's her fave, so it's like, all right, we'll stop at Zion again.
Nice. Very nice. Well, I got Rerun in the house. Good to have you, Rerun. Always dropped your link during this chat.
I'll have to thank her for that.
Yeah. Very, very good. And everybody with the channel, if you just type Monk, well, no, you got to be on mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you're in Wandering Monk's channel, you can type Monk and it'll drop your link. I don't have.
Yeah, I set up with Nightbot because I'm so technically challenged that I have to have somebody helping me. So
I beg to differ, Dan. I'm the technically challenged one in this bunch.
oh, man. Well, Chuck, where are you from in Ohio? You said they have pheasant, but they're mostly stocked. So.
Yeah, where I had my house here in this area, they had a reserve that was just loaded with pheasant.
Oh, really?
And those buggers would be in the yard all because they don't stay put nowhere. They'd be in my yard all the time. I remember walking in the house carrying one, and the wife's like, "Eat it, are you?" And it's like, "You gonna stop me?" She freaked out just the thought of me eating the thing because it was still alive and healthy.
Oh, okay. Just eastern Ohio. Joe Phillips, I think Joe is still in the chat room, is also from East Ohio, down near West Virginia. So in that part.
I'm originally from Eastern Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had forgotten that. I just always picture you as
there's only about 50, well, I think about 50 miles, not even 50 miles from the Pennsylvania state line. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Chuck's near Wheeling, West Virginia, and I certainly know that's real close to where Joe is living.
Oh, that's real close to where I used to live.
Oh, okay. Don't be eating roadkill.
That's been many years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming by, Cheryl.
Yep. I just always picture you, Max, as part of the Mountain Man Museum there in Pineville, Wyoming.
Well, sometimes I feel that way. Yeah, I'm originally from Ohio, but when I came to Wyoming, that was it. I wasn't going anywhere else.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I would.
I threw out the anchor, and that was it.
I could see myself there. Wyoming would be nice. Nice place.
Yeah.
Anywhere near the mountains.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I love my Smokies, but there's something about those big mountains that are just amazing.
You mean real mountains.
Yeah.
Dan likes that Wind River Range.
I do.
That's to the south. That's to the south of me. So
it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I would.
And the Absaroka Range and the Beartooth Mountains.
Yeah.
And my Bighorns.
Yes. Very nice. Rerun's asking me about my next adventure. My next adventure, big one, is Moab, Utah, and that's the end of October.
Canyonlands, you're gonna love it out there.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Arch is pretty cool. There's a bunch of little short hikes in there you can do, or go to some great places.
Yeah.
I'd rather go back to Moab than I would St. George to go over to, Zion, because I think
really?
Canyonland, Canyonland Arches being so close to each other.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Just be careful, Mike. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I like my little desert around here. That's what I like is I don't have to go too far to get in the mountains or the desert. They have 6 miles to get in the desert and 40 miles to get in the mountains. That's it.
That's sweet. I have to go a little further.
Yeah, because you got to cross the plains. You're out in the middle of nothing. You got to go a ways to hit a hill.
Yeah. He's in the land to throw a rock and not hit anything.
It is. It has its own beauty, but man, you can see it from here too.
Yeah. I love the flat plains. I love the look of it the whole time, but man, I miss the trees. I miss the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I am right now, I'm surrounded by trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to enjoy every minute of that, because once I leave, I'm going to be surrounded by cactus.
Yeah. That's why where I'm at, I got the best of both worlds. I don't need to go anywhere else. So.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why coming back from New Mexico, you're driving and it's the mountains and mesas and views. I mean, it's just so pretty.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And then I got to Oklahoma and I thought Kansas was flat, but no, Oklahoma's flat. I mean, it's Kansas. But yes, the swamps are nice too. I love the swamps. I grew up, I grew up north of the swamps in North Alabama, but I had a lot of family down in Louisiana, southern Mississippi. And then when we were out in South Carolina, there were swamps around us there too, and it was nice.
Hey, Canadian. Yeah, Mike, he does a lot of hikes out into the swamps, and it's pretty cool to watch, because it's somewhere I'm probably not going to go.
Hi, Mike. Okay, I'll write him down. Where's Mike live? Where do you live, Mike?
He's in Florida.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I asked that last time. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's see. Yeah.
Monday's going busy. I just barely made it back in time for this live.
Oh, Mount Chia. Yeah. So Mike's familiar with my home country.
I left here at 8:30 this morning. Got back at 2:45.
Where did you go?
Well, I had to go to my son's place, pick up a couple things, and we've been having all our packages delivered to him also.
Okay.
That dang kid was still sound asleep, even though I was pounding on his door. So I had to wait there for him to wake up. And one of the things I had to get done today, because I got a new wheel, and I need to get my spare tire mounted on that new wheel. So I have 2 spare tires now for my Jeep. And I sat at that Les Schwab for 3 hours, went in and asked him, hey, how much longer it's going to be? Oh, at least a couple more hours. I'm out of here, you know. The minute I got back to camp, phone rings and they're calling me, telling me it's ready. 15 minutes after I left.
Of course.
It's like, I go figure, you know. So I bolted down there, grabbed the tire, came back.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be that long. I would have taken a hike while I was out there. I had the dog with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of great hikes down in Chehalis, Washington, along the Chehalis River. There's a couple places I want to check out for Rock County and out in that area. I'd known I'd had, almost 4 hours of time. I would have done something instead of sit there in a parking lot.
I didn't do anything today until we came in here except editing a video. That was it.
Well, you got one coming out?
Yeah, I got one coming out this week. I don't know if it'll be Wednesday or Thursday when I put it up. I still got some little bit of tweaking to do on the editing, and I haven't made a video in a while, and I'm kind of forgetting how to do it.
It's like riding a bicycle. Once you get on it, you get it.
Yeah, well, and it might
take you a mile or two before you figure it out again, though.
Oh no, I'll get back into it again. I just got to get out of the house and get out in the desert or something before the snow starts flying.
Are they letting you travel that far now?
Oh yeah. He said I can go wherever I want. He says just go out there and die someplace. Feed the vultures.
Feed the vultures. There you go. You got a good doctor.
Yeah.
That's what you get when your doctor doubles as a musician.
No, he told me as long as I took it easy and took my medicines and stuff like that, he says, go do what you did.
Awesome.
So I'm going to.
Yeah, before you're stuck inside for the rest of the season.
Yeah, well, once the snow starts flying, I can't get to the mountains because you can't get off the road anywhere up there. All the forest roads are closed. So,
take care, Chuck. Yeah. Well,
and all the trailheads are off of the forest roads, so you can't even get to those.
Right. That's a sucky situation. You need a snowmobile just to get to the trailhead, and then you can't hike the trail anyway.
Yes.
Unless you want a snowshoe.
Snowshoeing with a pole. I did it once and I hated it.
Yeah, what, snowshoeing?
With a pole, towing the sled behind you.
Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't even think of that. Check, walking on a snowshoe is hard enough.
Right?
Yeah. I was thinking about that when I was hiking up through the sand dunes in Colorado, thinking, what would it be like in the snow with snowshoes? I've never done snowshoes, so I don't know what that's like.
Oh,
They're not going to help
it-
you much in sand, though.
no,
No, but
it's
I
a
mean, I thought about
it's a very good workout, Dan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a really good workout.
Wow.
Yeah, because in the sand you would sink, and the sand would just roll over the top of your snowshoe each time you're going up the hill. And now you got to
Yeah. Oh,
empty
yeah.
the snowshoe. At least with snow, you're packing it down, and maybe a little falls on you, but you can just drag it along, and it kicks right off easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there different kinds
And
of
it-
snowshoes?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
lots of
It's
different kinds of snow.
Different kinds of snow and different weights that you would put on them. So
That's all.
and I've only got one set, and they work fine for groom trails and packed snow, but they ain't worth a darn in powder.
Not they make some that are.
So is the, I don't know how they're even assembled. I imagine that there's a mesh of some sort or some kind of webbing for them.
Yeah.
And so is it a different weave for different types of snow, or what's the difference in them?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
the pattern on the bottom.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
I mean, I've made my own growing up. My grandpa made us learn how to make our own snowshoes. So if you ever get caught out in a snowstorm, you can manage. But yeah, the weave on the bottom is what gets you by.
Okay.
You can make them with skins. You can make them. You can buy those, or you can actually weave them yourself with leaves and bark and stuff like that.
Are those grippers? Is that on the front of it or on the back of it?
It's on the front and in the middle, the gripper.
Okay.
For when you're getting on
Okay,
ice.
So it's pivoted so as you're taking a step, it hangs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the foot pad
Okay.
where your toe goes into it. So when you lift your foot up, it drags the back end. So
Okay.
you high step so that your toe doesn't go into the snow. You high step and you drag the heel.
So if you're making a pair, you don't make all that fancy stuff. Or do you?
When you make them, you just use leather strapping
Okay. Certain plants
or shoestrings or whatever you got for material.
Yeah, Mike's talking about palmetto fronds, and yes, they
Yeah.
work well. They have a lot of. It's interesting to me, depending on where you're at, how you're not just survival, but just your own just day-to-day life is different. You know?
Yeah. Well, in the wintertime here, I even need those snowshoes out in the Badlands because out in the desert because the drifts. Once you get some drifts out there and you walk into one of those drifts, you go up to your hips.
Yeah, I bet.
Without the snowshoes, you can barely plow through anything.
Oh, kidding. You know, this was years ago, but there's a guy, Happy, is his trail name, Happy on the Trail, and he started the Appalachian Trail. I think it was January the 1st. He started hiking from Georgia.
Wow, that's a little early, isn't it?
Well, it was early, yeah. And he had done it before. He's done a lot of hiking, so Happy was.
Dang.
He knew what he was doing, but you know, somebody that didn't, and they could get themselves into trouble real quick.
Yeah. I mean,
He
just
got into
a
the
simple
Smokies.
amount of water.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The Smokies snowed there, and even in March when I was in the Smokies, it was snowing pretty heavy. And it's
Yeah. Dude.
but he is post holing, probably 3 foot, up
Oh
to
yeah.
his
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have stopped, made a set of
That's-
snowshoes in a minute.
That's some hard hiking.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, post holing in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
mind if
You
it's
gotta
like a
take-
short section of post holing, but boy, I've been up in the mountains
Oh, yeah.
camping too many times and going, I got an old piece of junk tarp. I can cut a chunk off to make the base for my snowshoe in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
yeah,
a couple of branches, tie them together, and
Yeah.
the shape. And then all you need is something to attach your boot to it, which is easy enough to tie it right to it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'll stick with the commercial snowshoes.
Well, you don't have enough material when you're out there doing that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, to find the stuff to make them with would be hard out in the.
Yeah.
where
I
you're
would
at.
think so.
I wouldn't even know how to
Hey,
put them
Templin.
together. Yeah, Templin Acres. That's another one. I'm just making a list here of after the show. I'll subscribe to all these folks. My list keeps growing, and I have a hard time getting my own videos done because I'm watching everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
It's such fun. It'll be. I've got one coming out Friday. It's still in Chaco Canyon, but it'll be the Milky Way. And
That'll be
the
nice.
first half of the video is there on site, and then I brought everything back in here, and I assembled the panorama of the Milky Way and sort of go through how I did that. So,
Oh, your last video of the ruins and stuff, that was really interesting. Because you covered a lot of history on that. That was great.
I
was
tried.
great.
I was really wanting to
You did
I
a
hope
good
that-
job.
about that. So it was a neat. And then I talked to these old guys there, and they were fascinating to talk with, and they were telling me their stories. I wanted to video them, they wouldn't let me. But they were telling me, all the legends that have been handed down to them. And
yeah.
And I think it may be this coming Friday. I don't know if I shared it on the last video, but the Fajada Butte, that one butte that's there, if you look to the side of it, it looks like it's a slope that goes up. Well, that was the part of a man-made ramp that in 800s and 900s, they built a ramp all the way to the top of that butte.
Well, that's a lot of work to go party.
And they went up there, and there was they had a celestial observatory on top of that butte, and they tracked and mapped the sun and the moon. And so on Friday, this coming Fridays, I'll share about how they did that. But yeah, it was fascinating to watch. So
That's right.
really enjoyed that. So glad y'all liked it. I want to do more like that. That's what I would like to do. More longer ones and maybe not as many.
Right. Like your Cherokee Trail.
Yeah, like the Cherokee Trail. But that takes a long time and a lot of work.
It does, but it's educational and it's good content.
Yeah.
The way you put it out there is also very good.
Oh, thanks. Well, I keep trying to get better at it. I'm taking another course right now that's on video editing and storytelling on how to do
Oh,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
So I just keep trying to get it where I'm.
You already spin a pretty good yarn, Dan.
Are you telling me I'm full of it?
Oh, no.
I know, Max. I like your
Oh,
message.
you tell a good story. Let's put it that way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh,
Well, you make it come
Oh.
across very enjoyable, so that's what makes it worth watching.
Oh,
thanks.
yeah. Definitely.
Adventures in Gardening. If you guys get a chance, DJ's good, and
Yeah.
he's another one that he sort of shifted his channel a little bit this year, and he's trying to include more of that stuff. And Hobbies Hobo. Is Hobbies Hobo yours there, Max?
What's that?
It had Hobbies
thought-
Hobo just come on.
Yeah, I saw him in there.
Okay.
I said hi to him.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, me.
Hi, Jerry.
Yeah. Good to have Jerry on. Mika, have you shot anything, or you just are we disturbing you too much? Mika's out on a deer blind for you guys that are tuning in.
The only thing shot for Bika is the
Yeah. Because the challenge is if they're not on my channel, then if they type monk, it won't do anything. I don't know how to make that happen. But anybody that wants to put their link in the post, that would be great. Otherwise, I'll sort of do the research. What I can also do is I'll take all these, and I will after we get all done, and in the description of the live stream, I'll put a list of everybody's channel in there,
Oh, that's a good idea.
and
Yeah.
then you can go over there and look at it. Oh my! And then if I miss anybody, send me a text or comment or an email. My email address is always in the channel description, so anybody that wants to send me an email, they can do that. I'll add you to there.
Hey, I got a question for you, Dan.
Uh-oh, what?
You ever have any trouble when you're filming in the sunlight with your camera overheating and shutting down?
I don't.
Um,
I used to.
Jeez.
I had a GoPro 10. In fact, I still have it. It's right here. This, it would overheat on me, and then it would shut down. And I switched to the DJI Osmo Action, and I've never had a problem with my little.
I've never had my 7 overheat.
And the 7, I got one of them too. Got too much stuff.
No, I've never had any problems with my DJI Pocket camera, but my Sony, when it gets hot, it shuts down.
Yes. Do you have the setting on it for?
Yeah, I got the setting on high, and it
Okay.
was only in the low 80s yesterday, and like 81. And the camera kept shutting down on me when I was trying to
Really?
do a review video. And so I came indoors to do it indoors and then went back outdoors to finish it up. And
some of the people are on my
pain.
channel, so you won't see their chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, my phone, I've had overheating problems with that bugger. I don't know how many times, especially if I try streaming when I'm out there.
Yeah,
Man, that
takes
heats
a
it up
lot of-
quick. All right,
that takes a lot of.
turn it off, throw it in the ice chest, you know.
Yeah,
Now,
and I'm using my Sony right now, and I've never had any trouble with it streaming, but when I'm videoing, yeah, it overheats. Out in the direct sunlight, it'll overheat. I've had it do
Hi,
it to me
Victoria.
several times.
There's a there's quiet listener. I don't know if you saw my last video, but I used your music in it.
You used it a lot.
Yes, perfect. Those flute, that was just perfect.
No, it's perfect setting to use the music and everything. I mean, it worked out great for your video.
Yeah, I had been looking and I was trying to get the right music, and I thought, wait a minute, I've got the right music. She had sent me 4 tracks of her flute music and said I could use it, so I did.
Yeah.
It was great. So there, I think, Max, I'm trying to remember who makes it. I think Newer makes a little fan actually that it's got little suction cups and it goes on the back of your camera. Let's see. Yeah, I've got it. I've got my just a minute.
Really?
Yeah. I'll
Well,
look
that'd
it
be
up.
helpful.
But it goes. You got your camera like this, and it goes right there.
Yeah.
And it keeps it cool. It's it doesn't. It's just a little thin little fan.
Like a little laptop fan or something?
Yeah. A lot like a little laptop fan, and it fits right in there.
So
I've never had a
that's made
problem
by
with my
Newer.
camera.
Yeah.
I think I might
I've
check
never had
into
a
that.
problem with- this camera's never overheated on me anywhere I've been, and
Yeah.
when I was in Colorado or in New Mexico, I just had it on my shoulder strap like that, and it was fine. It was great.
Yeah.
Now this,
It don't do it if the camera itself is warm, but if I'm videoing, then it gets hotter and it shuts off. And that'll screw up your video in a hurry, especially if you don't know it went
Yeah,
off.
you don't notice it went off. You just keep going. You wouldn't believe how many times I filmed a whole scene and
Yeah.
look at the camera.
Exactly.
And, my battery was dead when I turned it on.
no, you lied.
Ulanzi makes it.
Ulanzi makes it. There it is, right there.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna search that, see if I can find that little bugger, because I'm gonna want that for next summer.
Yeah, it has a little spring, and it snaps right. This one they used to have suction cups, and that didn't work very well. It didn't hold up very well. But now they've got this little spring on the side.
Okay.
On there you go. See the little spring. Right.
Just locks it in. Yeah.
And it locks it in.
Okay, I will be checking into that.
Yeah. There's a guy. He lives in Canada. He's Mark. It's Mark Bennett. Has what's Camera Crisis, I think is his, and he does all kinds of camera tech reviews and stuff. And he's hilarious. He's really funny. He's really good.
Entertaining helps, especially when a boring subject.
Yes.
Yeah, all my subjects are boring, so I need all the help I
I
can
would
get.
say that, Max. You do some pretty
I
good
don't
stuff,
think so.
though.
I do too.
Make it interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark.
Well, we'll
I
see how,
sent
we'll
Mark
see
a
how
note.
this next review turns out.
I sent Mark a note and said I'm going to quit watching him because he's costing me too much money. Because he shows all this stuff and I buy all this stuff, and I'm not watching anymore. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samsung Galaxy.
Somehow I don't see you stopping buying camera stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
probably
got to
not.
get that pack weight up to 30 pounds. You know that.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's out there. I this lens. This is the first lens that I bought, and it's a 18 to 300 millimeter zoom. I mean, this thing is a monster, but it quit working on me.
Oh, really?
And so- yeah.
Ah,
So I got so aggravated it wouldn't focus. And so I went out, I bought 2 more lenses because that one died on. And then I'm looking at it and I said, well, I wonder if they can fix it. So I sent it back into Tamron, and sure enough, they fixed it for me, sent it back, and it's great. It's working great. So
it's not as big as that white and black one you got. That thing is.
no, yeah,
That's a Canon.
Yeah.
That's a monster.
it's Canon. But yeah, that's a 900 millimeter lens.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, I can look at the moon and I can see people walking on it. I mean, it's just
There's a lot of people that use bigger than the 900 though.
there are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you need a
And,
tripod just for the lens.
Yeah. Yeah, they there's some of those, and they, mine was expensive. I hope my wife never finds out, but I
She's
There
probably
was
watching this stream.
she won't watch it. I think now one of somebody else that's watching it, they may end up
Yeah.
yes, it is an open panel. If you want to come on here, let me put this thing up here. Tony, do you know how to do that?
You just copy the link at the top and paste it.
Paste it into the. Here we go.
Yeah.
There it is. All right. See if you can see that.
Yeah, she's in your chat, so she should. If not, I
Okay.
can always post it in mine.
Well, it looks like she's in yours. Let's see the link.
I think she's been in both.
Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah. She's on. Yeah, she is in both. There it is. Yeah. Come on in here. But yeah, we what were we talking about? Senior moment.
Talking about lenses.
Oh yeah, lenses. Yeah, there's one that's it's a prime lens, which means it's the aperture is set. It is it's a 600 millimeter. It's $13,000 just for the lens.
Oh, my God.
So yeah,
No.
yeah. When
You would end up
find
divorced, buddy.
I would sell a kidney, but nobody wants one, so that don't help any.
And I thought $800 for my Sony was too much.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Hey,
good to have you.
How are you guys?
oh,
We're
hanging
you're
in
a lot
there.
better than I am.
It's the nice weather where you guys are.
We're getting rain here, finally. What
We
about
need
you guys?
rain.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the video, but your music was perfect. It was just perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of it? I'll go look for it when we're done.
The video, yeah, it's it just came out last Friday, and
Let me write it down. Let me grab a pen and paper. So don't write
Okay.
it. My memory, I got to write everything down anymore.
Nah, Dan's the same way. Mike and I just, or Max and I just forget and call it good.
I've gotten to the point where I take pictures anymore. I can't even write it down. I have to take pictures. It's Exploring Chaco Canyon's Ancient Ruins.
Send it to me, Tony.
I'll post it right here in the comments.
Yeah,
How's that?
Okay.
drop the link. There you go.
Exploring Chaco Canyon.
Now, if I hit it, is it going to knock me out of here?
Just wait.
I don't know.
I'll just go over to the YouTube side real quick.
Yep.
Okay. That's the name of it. It's on my channel.
Oh, you didn't drop the link?
Well, I'm technically challenged. I'm
All
trying
right.
to get the link. Trying to get the link.
Aren't we all?
Not all of us.
Nah,
Most of us.
I'm
some of
checking.
us.
I'm gonna shift and see if I can get it for you. You guys keep on talking. I'm gonna go on this other side and get it for you real quick here.
Well, I can play for you while you're looking.
Oh, that'd be nice. That would be nice.
I dropped.
Did you drop it, Tony? Very nice. Very, very nice.
Very nice
Yeah.
indeed. Makes me want to go out in the desert.
It's
It does.
good for camping
Yes.
Yeah.
when you're out in nature. Okay, I
Indeed.
hit the link and it took me to your merch.
Oh, not the merch. Tony dropped the link.
Okay, let me see. Oh, in Tony's side? Okay, let me go to Tony's. I got that open too.
Okay, great.
It's the second one, Tony? No, the first one.
Yeah, the first one. Second one's yours.
All right, yeah, I got it. All right, I'm going to save it to watch later. There we go. It's saved in my watch later. I will definitely watch it. And thank you very much for the compliments and the use of my music. I
Well,
just
thank
like
you.
to know that people are hearing it.
I thought it was perfect. And in fact, when I was there, the first night that I was there in Chaco Canyon, I had two guys that we were hanging out together talking. One was Navajo, the other was Ute, and they're telling me their stories.
Mhm.
And they're telling me the stories because Chaco Canyon is really where their birthplace is.
Oh, awesome.
And so I said, well, this is the music that I'm planning to use for this video, and I was letting them listen to your music. They loved it. They just loved it. So.
Oh, they liked it. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I love it when I hear an actual Native American saying, "Hey, that's good."
Yeah, they really liked it. They really liked
Hey,
it.
Brandon.
I had not seen your flute before, so
Well, this is the one that I just played. This one is a Cherokee flute.
oh, okay, all right. I'm used to the ones that have a different length and they're blowing, you know.
Yeah, I have the other one, which is a Navajo flute.
Yeah.
And the fetishes I chose was a buffalo because I like buffaloes. They're majestic, beautiful
Yes.
creatures.
Yes.
But yeah, I have a Cherokee flute and I have a Navajo flute, and then I have a regular flute that a guy on YouTube made for me.
Oh, now do you live on the east side? Where do you live?
I'm in Washington State. I'm a 30-minute drive
okay.
to Oregon on the Columbia River.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you and Tony are up there in that northwest side.
Yeah, he still hasn't come by my house to pick up these daggum rocks.
Uh-oh.
Occupying my bathroom floor.
Tony, I think you got a mission, brother.
And I'm not mailing because it would cost me hundreds of dollars to mail the darn things. They're so heavy, some of them.
Yeah. No,
I am planning a trip for this coming spring. Then I will be coming through that area for sure to do it.
Well, you have my phone number, I'm
Yep.
sure. You do?
I think so.
I think
I have to
you
go
do.
back through my emails, but yeah, I think I do.
I think I gave you my phone number so that when you get here, you can call me and say, "Hey, I'm on my way.
Very good.
Sure, I'm not in a doctor's appointment."
Yeah, well, you deserve a hug at this point anyway.
I do, don't I?
Oh my. Oh
Yeah,
Tennessee Bushcrafter. He's got a Cherokee flute as well. So
Nice.
he's got a what?
he has a Cherokee flute.
Awesome.
So,
Is
yeah.
his 6-hole or 3-hole? Or 6-hole or 5-hole? Mine's 5.
He will. I bet he'll tell us here in just a second. He's in the chat room.
I would
If
like
he
to
hasn't
get a
picked out.
6-hole in the Cherokee flute because mine is a 5-hole. Oh, his is
Okay.
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
You can get more tones and fluctuations with 6 than 5.
Yeah.
So where did you start learning to play the flute?
I just picked it up, and when it squeaked and squawked at me, I knew that sounded horrible, and I kept trying until I learned to play it where it sounded smoother. I'm self-taught. I don't know a thing about music.
No, that's amazing.
Well, you got a good ear, that's for sure.
Well, I go to sleep every night to other people's Native American flute music. So I hear what theirs sounds like, and I try to do the best I can to emulate it, kind of, but yet not totally emulate it because I don't want to sound like anybody else.
Yeah.
But
Make it your
yeah,
own.
I listen to them and what sounds good to me from their music, then I try to play the same tones anyway.
Nice. Very,
Well, you're
very
doing
nice.
good, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Thank you,
When you see the video, shoot me a comment on it, and so that
I will.
I
I'm
hope I
horrible
didn't.
at commenting. You know, I hit up everybody's comment section after watching their videos with a pink hand waving.
Okay.
Right, Tony? You've
Yeah.
seen that a few times? It's like, hey, I was here.
Yeah.
Very fun. Well, I did sort of a documentary kind of thing. It's 30 minutes long, that video.
Oh, that's
So
fine. I like that
Okay.
kind of stuff, especially when it has to do with Native Americans. Y'all know that my channel is what about Native American. It's
Yep.
just kind of my thing. But
Yeah.
Next Friday this week, the second half of that will come out, and that was the legend of the Chicoan people was that Fajada Butte, there's this one butte there, and that was where the earth gave them birth from that butte. And so and then they were, let's see, their mandate was to care for the world, care for the earth, so to care for that place. And it's an amazing sight. I mean, when you
so
see it,
you
it's
said
just
the Chicoyan?
Chicoan. Yeah, it was the Chicoan
They're-
people.
Are they from? And they're from the Navajo or Apache?
No,
Did you
the
say?
Navajo, the Ute, and the Pueblo all came from the Chicoan people.
Okay, Chicoyan was the first, and then Navajo and the other one.
Yeah,
Or
Ute,
offshoot of that.
Ute and Pueblo. So
Yeah.
yeah, and so they this but on top of this butte, they in 800 AD they went to the top of the butte and they made a celestial observatory up there, and
Right.
there's petroglyphs there that's sort of a petroglyphic calendar, if you will. And I try to explain that in the video that will come out Friday. What they got, it's amazing.
Did you get to see those in person?
Say that again? Yeah, the petroglyphs are there. And
You got to see them though?
not those, because those the everything is shifted and you can't go up on top of the butte anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. That
We
would
did
Yeah.
get a bunch of good shots of some of those in the lower areas.
Yeah, there's a whole trail of petroglyphs down below, and that you'll see those on this week on the video that Tony sent you the link for. So,
That's cool because at least I'll get to see it because I've never seen it in person, so I get to see it
oh
somehow.
yeah. Hopefully you'll enjoy it because it was
Well, I people kept asking me if I had Native American descent in me, and my friend, my sister, my dada in Cherokee, I kept saying Cheyenne over and over and over, and she's like, no, it's Cherokee, and she told me, she said, you must have Cheyenne because you keep falling into that word all the time. And so I have my family history on my father's mother's side, which is Enyard. And before they came to America, it was Engard. They changed their name from Engard to Enyard. Well, it goes back to, I think it's like the 1700s. And I come to find a person that's in my family history named John Morningstar. And he's Cheyenne Indian.
oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
How about that? So it just come back.
Yeah, so I kept saying, my grandma kept telling me that, but I couldn't say I was because I didn't see it. Well, now I've seen it. It's in her family history that there are Cheyenne's name. Their last name was Morningstar.
Yeah. Well, Tennessee, his grandparents, maternal grandparents were Cherokee.
It
Which
might
makes sense.
explain my fascination.
Yeah.
Well,
We grew
gentlemen,
up. Go ahead.
I'll let you guys have your chat back, and I'm going to listen or let you have your panel back, and I'll
Well,
listen.
you're fine. Actually, we're going to have to land the
Yeah.
plane anyway. We've been going for well over an hour, and
Yeah.
I try not to use these guys up too much. So we'll probably land the plane here. And you guys got anything else you want to share before we shut down?
No, I think we did good today.
This has been fun, and again, thank you so much for your music. It was great.
Thank you. I
Indeed.
appreciate your guys' kindness. I'm a little self-conscious of my own music, but thank you very much.
That's probably why it makes
I'll
it
be-
so good.
Ah,
Now,
All
be
right.
proud of what you're putting out there, girl. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to try to get back in. I've been procrastinating, but I'm going to try to get back into finishing the story that I was reading on my page.
Oh, yeah.
Next chapter, part of it is just now getting into chapter 2.
Very fine.
But
Well,
I am struggling with my channel. And honestly, I'm not trying as hard, actually to get monetized anymore. I'm just doing it for fun at this point because it's too hard and too stressful when you're
When it-
trying to get monetized. If you
when
just
it
get on,
becomes a job, it's no longer fun.
yeah, right. And YouTube isn't making it fun for me because they're not giving me the hours. I've had multiple people running my channel and I can't get 400. I'm below 400 watch hours at this point.
Hmm.
Oh.
So I give, I give, but I'll go back to reading my stories and playing my music.
It's good.
I enjoy that. You know
We
that.
enjoy it. We
Yeah.
enjoy it.
All right, you guys. God bless
All
and
right.
stay safe out there.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Everybody take care.
And yes, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay on that path, and God bless you all. And guys, thanks so much. I'll look forward to the next time.
Same.
All right.
All right.
Tony, Dan, bye-bye.
See you, Max. See you, Tony. Tony, drive safely. Bye, y'all.